Hi students, I'm back. So this is part 2 of Cubism. And right now I'm going to show you how to make this cubist still life sort of step by step in case you need some instructions. Here we go. All right, so step 1, I gathered my objects and I decided I could use a cup, this coffee pot that you've definitely seen at La Paz before. There's a couple of plants. I thought maybe I would try some fruit. Something else that would work well would be glass or perfume bottle. You could use natural objects like a seashell or maybe a branch. Okay, so I started with the coffee pot and I drew the coffee pot so it was going off the side of the paper. Now I didn't even finish it here, and you see I didn't put a lot of detail. Here's the cup, and now we're gonna move on to step 2. So I didn't draw everything, I just did 2 objects. Step 2, I decided to add this cactus. Now, I did the cactus from 2 views because remember, when you talk about cubism, it's about drawing objects from different angles. So here, I drew it from the side, and here, I drew it from the top. So I just kind of looked down and did a very basic drawing. Then I started to play around a little bit, and I drew the cup as if I was looking down into it. You can see that circle right there. You could even trace it if it's a round object. Here, I drew the cup bigger from the top with the handle. In step 3, here's where you're going to get a little bit more creative with your lines. So I drew the lid to the coffee pot again, overlapping. I moved some of these lines so they're kind of moved over a little bit. And then I took a straight edge and I just used this book, laid the book down, and I did some straight objects to break up the space into those geometric shapes. Now, I would recommend that you do this with a pencil first. Don't put too many lines because remember, you're going to have to color them eventually. So I'm just breaking up the space a little bit with some lines. And then I'm going to add, just repeating some of these lines, like the curve of the cup. Maybe I'll add one more part of a plant down here. Here's where you can be a bit more imaginative. Okay, so now it's going to be time to add some color. I'm going to show you a couple of different examples, and then you guys can get started on your own. All right, so this student used just the cool colors, and you can see that this is just maybe one bottle shape repeated a bunch of different times. And there is some value shading. So using the darker value of a color and then using the lighter value. Just the cool colors. So that's something you could definitely consider. A hot color focus, a cold color focus. Maybe you want to get crazy and do all of the colors like this one. So I think what's interesting about this piece is there's a lot of breaking up of the space. So you have small shapes here. And this makes the object stand out from the background because the background has larger shapes. All right, I have one more, and then it'll be time for you guys to get started. When you think about your still life objects, maybe you have a particular thing that you want to put in there that is part of your interest, such as a guitar. Some people might want to put something that has to do with surfing or being outside. What I like about this is there's just the texture that's like a fake wood texture, and then pencil shading. So this is just really detailed shading with a pencil where the space is broken up. And you can see that it's redrawn here. The top of the bottle's kind of moved over to the side and drawn again. I am also going to be posting, along with this video, a video from YouTube that's about 3 minutes long of drawing a still life object. That one's a very good one as well, and will take you through step by step. All right, guys, I hope you enjoy the project, and I'm looking forward to seeing your results.